I never thought I'd be so fascinated by farming, but here we are. Food connects us all. But the way we grow it changes from place to place. It's like this intricate tapestry of traditions and technologies woven together across the globe. Let's dive into this incredible world of agriculture, where ancient wisdom meets cutting-edge innovation. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at your dinner plate the same way again. Now you might be wondering, where do we start this global tour? Well, let's begin in India, where agriculture isn't just an industry, it's a way of life. For centuries, farmers here have worked the land using techniques passed down through generations. It's like stepping into a living history book. Despite India's rapid technological growth in other sectors, over 60% of rural India still relies on traditional farming methods. It's not just about preserving culture, it's about what works in this unique landscape. You've got farmers plowing fields with oxen, planting rice by hand in flooded paddies, and cultivating crops on terraced farms that look like they're defying gravity in the Himalayas. Now let's take a giant leap from traditional methods to the cutting edge of agricultural technology. We're heading to the Netherlands, and let me tell you, it's mind-blowing. This tiny country, smaller than some US states, has become one of the world's largest food exporters. How? When land is scarce, innovation thrives. Imagine massive greenhouses that glow at night like futuristic cities. Inside, it's a sci-fi farmer's dream. You've got automated machinery planting, watering, and harvesting with precision that would make a surgeon jealous. And it doesn't stop there. Vertical farming is taking off, literally stacking crops to maximize space. It's like they're playing agricultural Tetris and winning big time. All right, now let's shift gears and talk about farming on a massive scale. We're talking about Brazil and the USA, the agricultural powerhouses that feed millions globally. In Brazil, you've got endless fields of soybeans stretching to the horizon and coffee plantations that seem to go on forever. It's agriculture on steroids, folks. With great power comes great responsibility, right? These countries are at the forefront of using technology to boost productivity. In the US, you'll see GPS-guided tractors that can plant crops with centimeter-level accuracy. It's like watching a giant, precise robot at work. And in Brazil, massive combine harvesters can gather more crops in a day than a traditional farmer could in months. But these practices also bring challenges like deforestation and climate change impacts. It's a complex balance of feeding the world and protecting it. You might think that bigger is always better in farming, but Kenya is here to prove that small can be mighty. In this East African nation, small-scale farmers are the unsung heroes of the economy. These farmers are blending age-old knowledge with cutting-edge solutions. You've got solar-powered irrigation systems transforming dry lands into productive plots. Community seed banks are preserving biodiversity in ways that would make any environmentalist proud. It's proof that you don't need thousands of acres to make a big impact. Let's take a trip back in time, shall we? We're heading to the Andes Mountains in Peru, where ancient Incan farming methods are alive and kicking. These farmers are growing crops on terraces carved into steep mountainsides, a technique their ancestors perfected centuries ago. The cool part is these aren't just historical relics. These methods are helping to feed the world with super nutritious crops like quinoa and thousands of potato varieties. You've got indigenous farmers practicing traditional seed ceremonies, connecting spirituality with agriculture. It's a beautiful blend of cultural preservation and practical farming that's adapted to one of the most challenging environments on Earth. Now let's head down under to Australia, where farming is like a high-stakes game against nature itself. Imagine cattle stations the size of small countries and sheep farms that stretch beyond the horizon. But get this, it's one of the driest inhabited continents on Earth. Talk about a challenge, right? So, what's the takeaway from our global farming tour? The future of agriculture isn't about choosing between tradition and technology. It's about finding the perfect blend. From India's ancient techniques to the Netherlands' high-tech greenhouses, from Kenya's small-scale innovations to Australia's battle against drought, farmers everywhere are adapting, innovating, and persevering. We've just taken a whirlwind tour of farming around the world. From hand-planted rice to robot-harvested wheat, agriculture connects cultures, nourishes nations, and shapes our shared future. No matter where we live or what we eat, our stories begin in the soil. So, next time you sit down for a meal, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey your food has taken. Who knows, you might just see the world a little differently. I know I do.